Welcome to this session on fabrication planning. In this session, we're going to use the fabrication node in order to create the two-dimensional geometry for this curved facade. And in that way, you would actually have what you need to fabricate these panels and put together the facade. So I'm going to go to my node types, and I'm going to select the fabrication planning node under the geometry group. I'll drag and drop that on the graph. I'm just going to rename this as fabrication panels. And the technique we'll use is to unfold the polygon to planar strips. Now the coordinate system input is basically where it's going to draw those actual fabricated panels. And in reality, we probably don't want them right here in our 3D model. Ideally, we would like to draw them in another model. So it's fairly easy to do in Generative Components. All we need to do is create a new coordinate system in a new model. So I'm going to drag and drop a new coordinate system node onto the graph. I'm going to call this Fabrication CS. And for a technique, we're going to select at model origin. Then we just simply need to select the design model, or we can select new and actually create a new model. So I'm going to select new. I have to give this new model a name, so I will just call it Fabrication Panels and select OK. So once the new fabrication model opens, I can go ahead and select the wire and disconnect it from the base coordinate system and link it to my fabrication coordinate system. Then I need to link the polygons back to the polygon panels. Now there's an option to select a color for the boundary edge. So for instance, I might select color 1. And then for the internal edge, I could select a different color. And this would help if you were going to print these, for instance, to a laser cutter, because one color could be designated as the cut line and another color as a score line. Now the internal row distribution is how far apart these should be placed. I'm going to put 10 feet in as a default. We may have to adjust that, and you'll see what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this to a top view, and there you can see these 2D strips, which each represent a panel of that curved facade. Now this is where I can change. You can see they're overlapping, and we would need those to be separate. So for instance, we'll try 25. We're still too close together here. I'm going to change that to 50. And there we go. We get them far enough apart that they don't overlap. So each of these strips could be cut along the blue line and then scored on the green lines, and you would be able to fold them and reconstruct that curved facade. So I'm going to go back and record those transactions. And I have my model views down here. I can switch back to the design model. In the next course, we'll actually create a generated node type of a curtain wall panel that we can apply to this curved facade.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.